On this episode of Eric Mintel Investigates, Eric and Dave are called to Fitzgerald, Georgia. What did we stumble into? Along the way, they learn how this area was a pivotal part of restoring and healing the North and South after the Civil War. And later, while investigating some historic venues, they get the surprise of their lives. Go on the road with Eric Mintel Investigates, the history and mysteries of Fitzgerald, Georgia. My name is Eric Mintel. By night, I'm a professional jazz musician. But by even later at night, I investigate the paranormal. I, along with my team of paranormal investigators, travel the country investigating all things paranormal. This is Eric Mintel Investigates.
So Dave, here we are, Fitzgerald, Georgia. I mean, really interesting town, man. I guess 2,700 settlers back in the 1800s. And from the Midwest, they came here from the Midwest to get away from the droughts, to get away from harsh winters.
They joined up with 600 veterans from the Civil War here in 1895 to form this four-square city. It's in the middle of the southern Pine Barrens. It's like a little oasis down here.
Yeah, it's a really interesting town. So join us as we show you the histories and mysteries of Fitzgerald, Georgia.
Our first stop was the depot to meet with Brandy Elrod.
Hi, I'm Brandy Elrod. I'm the Director of Tourism, Arts and Culture for the City of Fitzgerald. I'm not originally from Fitzgerald, but I've grown to love the community. We moved here back in 1998. The founding story of Fitzgerald is unique. It's about the coming together. It's about the healing. It's about the beginning of the mending of our country.
Part of that healing was due to Philander H. Fitzgerald, a Union pension attorney from Indianapolis who sold the idea of a balmy weather colony for Northern veterans through his newspaper, the American Tribune. As we said earlier, some 2,700 settlers fled Midwestern droughts and harsh winters in 1895 to join 600 or more Southern veterans in founding a new four-square city amongst the Pine Barrens of South Georgia. Next, Dave and I made our way to the Blue and Gray Museum.
My name's Aaron Benefield. I'm the director here at the Blue-Gray Museum and Genealogy Center. The museum was founded as a passion project by Beth Davis. Her husband was a descendant of one of the original veterans that lived in the town when it was founded in 1896. Throughout her extensive work with the Daughters of the Confederacy and the Daughters of the Union, Daughters of the American Revolution, she amassed a small collection of artifacts that detailed aspects of the history of Fitzgerald. Her collection began to grow by people in the town who would bring her things, notebooks, journals, relics that were taken from battlefields. The city and several other benefactors came together to help fund the Blue-Gray Memorial Association to protect the history of those items and the history of her collection, which eventually grew to the point it became the Blue-Gray Museum.
We are here at the historic Grand Theater. It was built in 1936. The original structure on this site was the Grand Opera House that was built in 1911. And it burned in 1935 while showing the film The Honeymoon.
Brandy then took us on a tour of the backstage where people felt weird energy. She showed us the upstairs dressing rooms where people felt like they were being watched. Having performed at the Grand Theater in the past, I had no idea of its rich history and paranormal activity. And Brandy showed us one of the original movie projectors. As everyone was clocking out for the night, Dave and I were clocking in to get to work.
Dakota is helping us out on camera. Dave, I think what I want you to do is, I hate to say it, I think we're going to have to split up and, cover more area here.
No, I don't think that's such a good idea. Why don't we just stay together?
I know you want to. And remember backstage?
This is the backstage area where, most of the holding area is for people waiting to go on stage and such. And, I don't know whether it's not the, backstage jitters or something else.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back there, get the magnetometer.
I have it. I have it with me.
See what you could read back there. I'm going to try to go up into the dressing room area.
The other side of the stage is the original dressing rooms.
Okay.
And that's where most people say they have, that feeling where somebody's watching them.
Okay.
Ooh, hear that thunder?
Whoa.
Puts that setting there real good.
Oh, this is going to be good. So here we go, guys. Ready, Dave?
Oh, hell yeah.
It was time to start the investigation. With our hearts racing, we made it to the backstage. I started to make my way upstairs toward the dressing room area. Meanwhile, Dave started heading over to where we felt that bad energy earlier. We no sooner started the investigation, and upon reviewing this footage, we captured what sounds like a growl backstage. Dave pulled out the magnetometer and immediately started getting strange readings.
Now, I just got up to the dressing room area. Now, this is the newer part of the dressing room now. This is where a lot of activity's been felt up in this area. And it is kind of fun. It's like a closed feeling up here. I can feel it. But, Dave's downstairs on the stage. I don't like breaking up the team here, but, we got to find out what's going on tonight.
Go for E.
Go, Dave.
You're not going to believe this. The magnetometer is going off the charts down here.
I just got up to the dressing room area, man. It is so creepy up here. But just, stay on high alert, okay?
Okay, roger that. I don't want to alarm anyone, but I keep seeing this shadow down the hallway. Go for E.
Go, Dave.
You're not down the hallway, the place where Dakota showed us earlier, are you?
No, I'm in another part of the dressing room. No, not at all.
Okay, because I keep seeing the shadow down there. You better get down here. I might need backup.
I'm not one to feel a lot of things when we go on an investigation, but I gotta tell you right now, tonight, there is definitely some kind of creepy presence right here in this hallway, and I can't explain it.
After reviewing the footage on camera 2, Dave physically gets hit by something.
I keep seeing this shadow down the hallway, and now something cold hit me in the back of the neck. Go for E.
Go, Dave.
Hey, I just got hit by something, a cold blast.
You did?
It hit me right in the back of the neck.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right down.
After reviewing the footage on camera 2, Dave physically gets hit by something.
I keep seeing this shadow down the hallway, and now something cold hit me in the back of the neck. Go for E.
Go, Dave.
Hey, I just got hit by something, a cold blast.
You did?
It hit me right in the back of the neck.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right down. Yeah, but what was the cold blast?
That was the cold blast, but I felt like somebody was by me, and I turned around, and it's like I got slapped in the face with this cold blast.
Yeah.
And I looked around with 360, I didn't see anything.
I mean, when I just went down there, it was still cold in that area. Well, yeah, I feel it too. It's like right in this area. Well, we definitely need to report that back to Brandy.
We should, yeah. We
For sure.
Tell her that.
I was up in the dressing room, and I didn't feel anything too bad back there.
A little unnerving, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, you're talking all this history here.
Just then, Dakota brought something to our attention.
I turned all the lights off before we started recording, and there's a glare of lights back there, like someone turned them back on.
So maybe is it the guy that's working up front?
Nope, he left.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So Dakota, what did you say? It was like the lights were on?
Yeah.
Or off back here?
Yeah.
And now they're on?
Yeah. And they're off again.
They're off again, though.
Yeah.
They're off.
There was a light
They were
on.
just on. They were just on.
They
We
were.
saw that, right?
I saw it.
Are they trying to mess with us down here? Is this what happens?
I guess so. I mean, I've never stayed back here past closing
That guy
time.
up front's not here anymore.
Nope, he is not.
Well, the magnetometer's going off the charts here again, too. It's like 0.2 right now. 0.1 and 2.
Yeah, it's moving.
Earlier, here we go, 3. Earlier, nothing was happening.
Huh. Something's happening.
It's staying on 3 now.
Next, we investigated the claims of footsteps being heard in the hallway behind the stage. We set up a static camera in the hallway. and upon reviewing the footage, we captured what sounds like heavy footsteps in the hallway. I put the real-time audio on top of the video clip so you could see where the footsteps were heard. Next, Dave and I decided to do a quick sweep at the theater to see what else we could find.
Feeling some energies here. Out here too, but really backstage and up in the dressing room area.
We found nothing else unusual, so we decided to wrap up the theater. Next, Dave and I headed over to the Carnegie Center, where we would find that paranormal energy was at an all-time high. The energy in the art center was off the charts.
This is the hallway where Brandy said they had heard the footsteps that day.
Yeah.
And there was nobody here. I tell you what, it sure does feel a little different at night.
You're not kidding, man.
Dave and I were both high-strung on this investigation, but we still had to have a little fun.
Don't do that!
Dave, why don't we do this? Why don't you go downstairs? Remember where we got the really high reading there?
Down by the quilt?
Yeah. You know, when the lights are on, and a lot of this is, look at that, two. There's two. Why don't we do that? Try to go down there, see what kind of reading you can get down there. I'm going to stay up here. I'm going to see what else we can get up here. But let me know what's going on, okay? Get on the radio and let me know what's going on.
Believe me, I'll get on the damn radio.
Good. Train's coming.
Dave carefully made his way downstairs.
I don't really like breaking up the team, but I had to have Dave go downstairs to check out and see if he's got any kind of readings that we can get. This afternoon was unbelievable. The magnetometer was off the charts by the quilt. So there's definitely some energy there. And plus, we just heard some kind of knocks in the hallway, and it coincides with what Brandy had told us about hearing footsteps in the hallway.
And while I was here, I heard somebody walk up the stairs, and I thought it was the teacher. And I said, you know, oh, I'm coming. Nobody answered. And then I said, hello, and nobody answered. And then I heard steps walk down the hallway. Well, there's double doors there, and they were open. The steps kept walking past the door, but nobody went past the door. So I went all the way to the end of the hallway, and the door at the end of the hallway slammed. I gathered up my things and left. Immediately.
So I'm going to stay up here a little bit more, see what else we can get up here, and then I'm going to go down and meet up with Dave.
We put a static camera down the hallway where Brandy said she had heard those footsteps. After a number of hours, we captured nothing unusual. I spent the next few minutes trying to gather more evidence. Meanwhile, Dave wasn't getting any of the readings by the quilt that he was getting earlier.
Actually, I had more activity this afternoon when we were here during the daylight hours.
That was about to change when we entered the art space.
Any readings on the magnetometer?
A little bit. Honestly, there was more activity this afternoon during the daylight hours, but it spiked up to 4 here at one point. It just seems to be going back and forth between 1 and 0.
Wow.
Nothing extraordinary.
Did you guys just hear that?
Upon reviewing the footage, we captured what sounds like the disembodied voice of a woman.
It just seems to be going back and forth. It just seems to be going back and forth. It just seems to be going back and forth between 1 and 0.
Off camera, and about the same time we heard the voice, Brandy said she felt some kind of strange energy from where she was sitting in the other room. Next, Brandy and Dakota showed us where an African art exhibit was recently on display in the center. In the area where the art was on display, the magnetometer went crazy.
Here, get that more.
I haven't seen this thing go to 9 yet.
Wow.
It's right
8,
there.
1.0.
1.0?
Oh.
Well, something's going on here, man.
Yeah, this is where I want to say the more scarier pieces were.
1.8. Holy moly. That's going nuts now. So Dakota, right here is where that African warrior was.
Yep. Yeah, they had a crocodile right here.
Okay.
And then right here they had it was a big gorilla.
Just then, an orb presented itself right in the area where the gorilla was standing. You can clearly see it right here. Truly a paranormal event caught on camera. We learned a lot about the rich history of Fitzgerald, Georgia, and its many historical figures. Bringing the North and South together after the Civil War was the cornerstone in which our country could move on together. and it happened right here in Fitzgerald, Georgia. As with many of our cases, we leave with more questions than answers. But one fact remains. Fitzgerald is not only a beautiful destination with friendly people, it's also a paranormal hotspot. Plan your visit today.